In this video, I'm going to talk about one important concept called as Power Platform Advisor. Now, while working with a Power Platform environment, a situation can arise whereby you're stuck somewhere and it seems impossible to troubleshoot any issue or a situation. Then what do? We usually look into Microsoft resources. Sometimes the documentations are like too overwhelming to address the needs. So what we essentially look out for is something internal to our organization. So we start looking for internal knowledge base. Now, even if that knowledge base seems overwhelming, then the last resort is to contact some technical experts. So those technical experts within your organizations are called as, say, Power Platform advisors. Now, how do we configure all these components? Is That's what I'm going to cover in this video. Now, I'm in the Power Platform Admin Center. I'm logged in as an admin. So under Home, so I'm in the Home section. If you expand resources, you will see something called as the Power Apps Assets. Now, if I click on Power Apps Assets, I see two tabs: Internal Resource Links and Advisors. Now, what does this internal resource links means is uh, you can point a URL to the internal documentation within your organization. Okay. Now, let me navigate to one tab, say make.powerapps.com. Okay. So let me refresh this page now. Now, I'm in make.powerapps.com, and if I click on this help icon on the top right, what do I see over here? I see documentation, I see learn, I see support, community links, and a blogs link. So these are all like stock standard Microsoft redirection. Okay. Now, what if I want to put something over here for my organization? So let's assume, for time being, hypothetically, that say this is the page whereby anyone can go and maybe explore, say, some information. Okay, so let's assume this is that page. Okay, now I'll just copy this page and put it in over here as a part of documentation. And I say that, oh, this is the documentation whereby you can go within your organization if you're stuck somewhere with regards to your issue. So this is like a link to internal documentation. Same time, I can have something called as a Teams group. So I have already created a Teams group called as a Girish INC Tech Experts, and I've added a couple of people in that Teams. Uh, and I'll just get a link to that team, and I'll copy the link, and I'll put those links over here. Similarly, I can have my Yammer community links as well. For time being, I'll just put some dummy link, uh, and I'll try to save this information. Now, what I've done essentially is like I have pointed uh, the internal resource base of my organization. I've pointed a link to the Teams group, and I've also pointed a link to the Yammer community section. Now, where does all this appear? So, if I'm an end user and if I click on help, I see these options: one, two, three, four, five, six links. Okay, let me refresh this page for time being. So post refresh, if I click on help, now I see some additional links. Now these are the same links which I have just configured a minute back. So I can see a YAML link, I can see a documentation link, I can see a Teams group link. Uh, so first step for your troubleshooting purposes, like you can go into Microsoft documentation. If that doesn't suffice, then look into your internal documentation within your organization for troubleshooting purposes. Now, sometimes even that is not sufficient. You need to actually talk to a human or some person or some expert within your organization. So, what do you do with that? So, there is a tab called as advisor. So, you can nominate a person as an advisor within your organization. Now, I have nominated, say, Lee Gu as an advisor. Okay. And that's why his name is appearing over here. Now, let's see how an end user will see this information. Again, where does this user can see this information? So I'm now logged in. So I'm now logged in as Alex. So if I click on this help icon, I can directly contact that person. So if I click on find an advisor, and if I click on that link, whoever advisor is available within your organization will be shown in as a part of hyperlink. So I can see Ligu as an advisor over here. So I can send him a message. Now the message can be an email message or it can be a Teams link. Okay. Uh, Now, why only one person is shown over here is because I have two entries, but one of the person is unavailable. So that's myself. Now, how I have made myself unavailable? Okay, how can I make myself available? Okay, now what I can do is I can go into make.powerapps.com. So this link, okay, and let this link load. The moment this link loads, I can click on the say setting icons, and I have an option called as Power App Settings. The on Power App Settings, the fourth option is an advisor program. So this is me, okay, this is my context. So if I click on set availability not currently available and make this check available, then I am technically appointing myself to an advisor program. So I'll say the default communication method is maybe email or Teams. Maybe I'll select Teams and I just save it. Now, the moment I save it, let's see what happens in the backend. I just refresh this page and watch this space. So it was initially it was showing the status as unavailable. Now it should show as available. So see, and let me go into the end user scenario. Let me close this chat for a moment and let me refresh this page again. And if I click on this help and I say find an advisor at my organization, I can uh, see a couple of names popping up in the chat. So you see, like two members are an advisor within my organization. Now, what if I want to say nominate myself for as an advisory role? Uh, Let me go into Power App settings, and I don't see any option over here because I'm just an end user and I'm not yet say qualified to be an advisor. Now, what an admin can do is admin can add an advisor. Okay, so if I want to add, say, Alex as an advisor, I'll just type Alex's name and I'll select his name. I click on add, and now technically Alex is an advisor. Okay, now Alex is currently unavailable because it's just been added. However, if I log in as, say, Alex, this is Alex, and if I refresh this page, now if I go on and select the Power App settings. See here, it automatically pops up with a message called help others at this organization. So if you say, yes, I want to help, then you technically become an advisor. Now, if I click on settings, let me close this. And if I click on Power App settings, I'll see a fourth option, advisor program. Now I select my availability as yes, I save it. And now if I go in an admin center and watch out for the space over here. So Alex was unavailable. Now Alex has marked himself available, and now Alex can technically be an advisor. Okay. Now, in this process, what might have happened is once someone has added Alex into as an advisor, uh, Alex might have received an email in his inbox that your admin has nominated you as an Power App advisor, and there are a set of instructions given, like which we have already gone through for setting up the availability. So it's a seamless process. It's good for an organization to self help and develop a center of excellence team within an organization to help citizen developers. So that's it, folks. That's all about creating an advisor and setting up Power Apps assets within your Power Platform environment. Thanks for watching.